In this session, we are going to run a business overview for functional and regression automation testing approach for RESTful APIs using POSTMAN Studio, publicly available. First of all, let's state what is a RESTful API. A RESTful API is not mini services, it's unit testing. REST stands for representational state transfer or small chunks testing or application programming interface. In reality, it's not everyday testing. So as a manager or test lead, etc., you might consider not to involve additional resources for this one. Postman is pretty easy and pretty logical to understand. First of all, you're gonna need an account, then you're gonna need an environment. You might create your own collection. What kind of workspace? I already created one, typical one. It's called Startup Demo API Collection. And we're gonna be placing server requests and expecting server responses. Get full client list. Post, create new client. Put, full client update, sorry. Fetch, partial client update, and delete existing client. First of all, let's click on it. And before we click on it, you consider next. This is typical application for when you shop online order. First of all, you get product list. Second, you might place your order but not process it yet. Then you might fully change the product list in your basket. Then you might partially change product list. Then you might process, or if you reconsidered, you might delete your order. First of all, let's get client list, and remember, Postman is easy. Here, as you can see, when you place requests, what kind of requests you have. Now, I'm gonna drag it to expand to see it, and I'm gonna simply send it. Here we go. In JSON format, there are other formats like XML, HTML, and so on. Here, we have a full response for full clients. For you right now, you need to understand you are sending a request as a manager, business analytic, team lead, quality assurance analyst, or quality acceptance engineer, or product owner if you will be ever using Postman. You need key point understanding. First of all, server response, 200 requests successful. Then statistics. Very good. Now, I'll drag it back, I don't need it. And we're gonna create new client. The request is post. Here in body, I'm gonna reduce it so you can see body. Here it is. I put some values, some script in JSON format. Right now the format is JSON. Then in headers, because it's testing site, when you access it, you need to get free API key. So click on it, and here it is, your key and your value. You don't need it anymore. Here your key and your value, you simply add it. Body. Let's send it. We're creating new client. the server response is to one new client is created, as you can see. Statistics, all wonderful. Typical full client update. Once again, body. We want to update something here. Headers I placed. In reality, you're gonna have different structure, and you need to understand it in case you will ever have this type of project. You will be provided full documentation and training in real company. Body. Let's send it in JSON format once again. Let's send it. 200 response, server response is perfectly fine. Let me see. Here it is. Updated at, as you can see here. All statistic is just wonderful. Let me see next one. Partial client update. Once again, body. We want update only name. Headers are included from this one. Body once again. Let's send it. It's so easy. 200 okay. Statistic is fine. All is good. And finally, if you ever need to delete your client or so on, you need to add client ID which you want to delete. You simply add client ID here. It's just testing example and send. 204, no content, which means we deleted our client. Wonderful results. Once again, I want to explain you once again. You select type of server request from here. You place here your link. All is wonderful. It doesn't take much time to learn Postman. I will show you where you can get it. On my brand new IT Professional Business School YouTube channel, you go to posts if you need to check what's going to be published soon. In playlist, you can find, let me see where I can find it, Web Services Fundamentals with Postman and SOAP UI, right here.